Best in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine rush fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTT3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Black metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, host, you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood, coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood, coffee for every dude.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the morning show. And man,
good morning.
We were in the background having a deep discussion about Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and all that stuff. And we had Hillbilly. He was so enthralled in the storyline. He's like, well, I'm wishing I'm a dinosaur. Yeah. We have KJ, who's just having good background ideas and thoughts about the movie. Man, we were talking about Jurassic Park, and they couldn't go wrong with there. Even Hillbilly's like, I watched this movie, and I'm like, back to more important things, dinosaurs.
KJ's got his daughter being held up by the dino today.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had to talk about it this morning. I said, look, I just watched this. I said it was a movie. And Tortoise, he comes back with his 8-year-old him saying,
Let's talk dinosaurs. Yes, talk dinosaurs.
like, yes,
right.
yes, son, we will talk dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's say hello to everybody in chat. We got Taco Tony. Taco Tony. Taco Tony.
What's up?
We got DeLawson. What's up?
Yo.
Woo-hoo. Taco Tony's like, I've watched all of them at least 3 times a piece. Those are rookie numbers. Rookie numbers. All right. So no, we were in a good discussion because we're talking about Jurassic World Dominion, the latest movie that came out. And we was talking about like how the movie took away a lot from the dinosaurs, which are supposed to be the main feature of the film. Now, those dinosaurs riddled through the film. You can watch that movie and find like hundreds of dinosaurs. And like dinosaurs about every scene. But they took away from this film, they took away from characters, and no one really died, right? There's no real threat in the movie for the main characters. Even though there was a couple badass scenes in the movie, like when Owen Grady choked the heck out of a Dilophosaurus from spitting on his woman. But like, if you don't remember, Dilophosaurus, the little thing with the frill that spits poison or something out of its mouth that's dangerous. You know, the thing in the first movie. You know, there was no real threat assessment in the movie, and it was like, what?
Yeah. Poor Dennis Nedry, though, in the first movie. Poor Dennis Nedry.
Poor Dennis Nedry in the first book. The book, man, his destiny was.
Oh, in the book, it was even more. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like there was a lot that went into it. So I know a lot about the first book, and I know some about the second book. It's been a while since I got into the second book. The second book had a lot going on to it that the second movie didn't really touch. There was the one thing about the movies compared to the books is there's a lot of characters in the books that never really made the movies. The first movie put a lot of characters from the books into the movie. Then the second movie just really railed away from that.
I just want to say something off topic. Wiz, your card should be coming in on the 10th.
Ooh, real whiz, your winnings should be coming to you.
Yep.
You mean my cards are going to Wiz? They're supposed to be mine.
Oh, I still got yours here. Tell me when you want. All you gotta do is tell me when you want them. I'll get them out as soon as possible. Right after you tell me.
Oh, you see, you have coffee. I thought you were drinking pink lemonade.
Nah, got me some coffee instead for this. Instead, I got pink lemonade for later.
Yeah, but yeah. So talking about Jurassic World Dominion, the extended cuts where it's at, right? The extended cuts where it's at, like I have the extended cut on Blu-ray, which is sad because most of the things I own are DVD players. So if I want to watch it, I have to hook up my PlayStation. And I got to watch it. In fact, I need to copy the movie down and cut some scenes out of it because there's some good scenes in Jurassic World Dominion. Like that raptor scene chasing the people on the rooftops was epic. You know, there's a lot of good epic scenes, a lot of action packed, but there's just a lot that takes away from it. I mean, KJ was all on fire talking about this. Now he's being quiet because we're live. He's like, I want to tell people that I love dinosaurs.
I was all excited about it, and but you can't get more excited about dinosaurs than tortoise. But I was like, okay, so we're gonna my big thought process as tortoise has, and we before the stream, tortoise said the one thing I couldn't get about that movie was the locusts, and I said, yeah, me neither. The emphasis was on the bad guy. I think they executed the villain's storyline in the wrong direction.
Right, and I'd have to agree. They could have been, the whole storyline could be completely secondary to the dinosaurs. You know,
right?
Like they could have had a beginning, a middle, and end, and parts of the show to show you where it's going. They should have put more of a focus on the bad guy dealing with dinosaurs instead of having to worry about his locust thing. Oh, I made a big corporate thing. Are they catching me monopolizing? Oh no, whatever. I mean, those locusts are huge, about 2.5 feet long. That's about as big as this transformer I have on this top shelf. That'd be crazy, but still.
So a lot of people were like, "What the heck's with this scorn lover relationship between the Allosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus?" You know, and I'm watching it. I'm like, actually, it's like this little hatred towards these two these two dinosaur characters that have a problem with each other the entire movie. Was kind of cute.
Right.
You know,
well, the beginning sequence was supposed to tie you into that was how the T-Rex that was cloned in the first movie died. And that's why they took an emphasis on showing the mosquito, drinking blood out of the T-Rex and flying off into an amber tree, all that jazz. That was like, oh, this is tying it back to its roots, which is kind of weird. I mean, the opening was pretty badass, right? The opening was pretty badass, but in my book, not Dominion, the movie before it, I can't remember its title, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, had the best opening for a Jurassic Park movie ever. Like, it just took my breath away when I first saw that. I'm like, I was like shouting like a squirrel girl at a concert, the happiest I ever been. I'm like, oh my God, the T is doing things. Oh no. And Mosasaurus combo. Oh, dude, I was so stoked. Like, I watched that part like 15 times before I watched the whole movie on DVD. Like, so good. So good. Like, if I could, I'd take that scene and chop it up into a tortoise intro of some sort. I don't know how, but
I imagine the day that that movie came out, you and your wife went to go see that movie. After the movie, you were like,
Again.
That's right. Again. That's right. He made that's the way he sounded. It sounded like the little dinosaur from Dinosaurs. Not the mama.
Not the mama. Again, not the mama.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you. Yeah, this shirt is a shirt that my wife bought. Like, this is actually her shirt, but like, this is actually her shirt. But I pretty much wear the shirts now that we used to have. But she got this shirt and then another shirt just like it, so we can be twinsies on our first pre-release together.
Go.
Yeah.
how wholesome.
Awesome. She decked out. She got her nails done with mana symbols on them. Got her hair done. She went all out for the pre-release.
Nice.
Shit was crazy. No, shit was crazy, yo. But anyways, I could get sucked in the world of dinosaurs. All right, I could get sucked in the world of dinosaurs, Jurassic Park. But going back to the real world, we're here. We're 11 minutes in. Hope you guys are chilling, having a great time. Met a monk. But I haven't asked Hillbilly how he's been doing. How are you doing, Hillbilly?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Made a weird toxic deck today. A toxic deck with haste. I can instantly
Toxic
go
deck with
in.
haste.
Yep, I can instantly go in and kill your opponents. Once they come in the battlefield, they got haste.
Ooh, sounds pretty saucy. Sounds pretty cool.
And when you lay down that card, do you say, "Whoa, don't get hasty"?
Go get hasty. Calm your horses.
I say it to myself. I say that to myself. But yeah, that's what I think.
KJ, how was your morning?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Got my coffee right
Pretty
here.
good.
Extra blonde girl poured into it. Yeah, that's right. Pumpkin spice.
She's pumpkin spice. We actually just tried pumpkin spice, generic brand. It's not as good. Like, we had to add chocolate to it to make it taste better. I don't know if I'm just not a pumpkin spice fan or not. It's just the pumpkin pie stuff. It's called pumpkin pie instead of pumpkin spice, but it's the same thing. And I'm like, nah, it's not what I want my coffee to be. Now, if you add like a little bit of hot cocoa to it, it tastes better. But all I know is for a fact is I'm not buying pumpkin spice again. Like, it's not on my radar. I want that again.
I usually just get like that pumpkin spice seasoning that you can get for like putting in your pumpkin pies, you know. And I get that pumpkin pie spice seasoning, and I just sprinkle it in my coffee.
Right.
With a little bit of caramel.
See, I like caramel. I like chocolate. I like caramel chocolate. That's one of my favorite flavors I like to get when we get the liquid stuff, the liquid creamer. Oh, yeah. Tortoise could drink that all day.
Yeah, me too.
So, all right. So, let's relax, rewind, go back.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Whoa! Look at us. We're here. We're neither there or there. We're here, there, somewhere. You're out there. You guys are chatting. Don't worry. I see your comments. So we haven't got to the topic yet. You guys are all over the topic. Which is good. I'm glad you guys are invested. But but we got lost in conversation mainly about dinosaurs. I know, easy thing to do, talk about dinosaurs. Well, in my world, it's easy to talk about dinosaurs. I want to introduce the characters of the show, the cast, Hillbilly, KJ, myself. I'm doing good, by the way. No one asked. No
Did you
one
notice
asked.
that he was referring to dinosaurs, and then he said Hillbilly KJ, the two oldest of the group, before he mentioned himself. So he was pointing out the fact that we're old and he's the young one.
That's true. In this
Yep.
group, I'm the young buck. Yep.
calling
That's
us
because you're not the
dinosaurs.
mama. Dinosaurs. One day you'll become fossil fuel. Oh. Anyways, Hillbilly,
Yo.
what's the first segment of the day? First segment, where are we?
Well, it ain't dinosaurs, so it must be the
Card of the day.
Ooh.
Your eyes are not deceiving you. This is a real magic card.
Uh-huh.
It's not that amazing. It's called Bubbling Beebles. And the cartoonish artwork and the fun of it, it should remind you of Gremlins because I believe that's the inspiration they got for Beebles. Imagine Gathering, trying to create a Gremlins kind of character or creature type in the game, which never really went far. I don't know the full storyline behind it, but like look at their faces, look like little happy hamster gerbils with no tails.
This card, yeah, this card, yeah, this card here would be great against Dustborn right now.
Mm-hmm. Enchantment themes.
Yep.
Costs 5 mana for a 3/3. Bubbling Beebles cannot be. Bubbling Beebles is unblockable as long as defending player controls an enchantment. Now, there's more Beebles out there. I just found the first Beeble card I could find because I was looking for Beebles. I'm like, you remember Beebles? I remember Beebles. I want to build a Beebles deck, but there's never enough support for Beebles. And the next time they messed with Beebles was in an unset, which was kind of saddening because Beebles were once in real Magic. But you can see why they did an unset thing. They look cartoonish and everything.
Yeah. Well, there's I found out that WotC is only going to start doing 2 unsets a year now.
Well, they should stop unsets except for once a year or once every 2 years. Unsets don't have to be unsets. Unsets don't need to exist. Unsets don't even really sell well compared to regular sets.
Yeah.
The only thing that sells well about unsets is the lands that they put in the sets usually.
Yeah.
But I wanted to share this card because it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, knowing what their first topic of the day was about dinosaurs, I wish I found a dinosaur card. I'd be like, this is the pick card of the day. And they'd be like, that was completely by incident. But this is just randomly how it is.
Beebles in the work. Beebles in the work.
That's right. But I go and roll into the pictures of the day. Picture of the day. First picture of the day is me in the morning and chasing after my coffee.
Run, coffee.
Yeah.
Run.
It's scary. It's going to get me. But then a picture of me in the morning. me on my way to pretend to be a nice, friendly, and sociable person at work. Grouch.
Hey, boss.
Pause.
Oh.
Then, coffee, you mean starter fluid for the morning impaired. Good morning, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Beverly Hillbillies, Jed.
Yep. This is akin to Hillbilly. It's one of his cousins.
Hey, like you supposed to tell nobody.
Why not? You have a millionaire cousin.
True, but they don't send me no money though.
Right. Then I found a picture of KJ in the supermarket.
Haven't had my morning coffee yet. Very careful to remove yourself from my face.
That's right. I found that and I read it. I'm like, that's how it is in the morning sometimes. You're like, I'm not talkable, sociable yet. Not sociable. Holy cow, what's Chad doing over here?
Break it up, children. What do you guys going on over here?
All right.
Come on.
All right. Really quick. Hey. All right. So overcome. Beeble's great. Beeble is more of an expensive tribble. That's right. So I'm trying to catch up on chat. That should be once every 5 years. I like that idea right there.
Yep.
Could you do? But Kenny Checker, like, what the hell? I thought I heard you say no show today. Doctor appointment. Well, the doctor appointment was very fast, and it was another appointment type thing. Florida lands in every set now. The unsets aren't any special anymore. That's right. If would you be giving all your broke relatives money? No, I didn't think so. Me either. That's right. Backwards collector.
Only if I liked them, I would. But I
Right.
wouldn't give them. I wouldn't give them all. I wouldn't give them all my money. Just give them a little here, a little there, maybe.
Right. So
now,
I want to remind you guys, if you have a picture of the day, right? If you have a picture of the day, you want to share it on screen with here. You can go to Discord, be part of Discord, share pictures of the day that you'd like to see on the show today. Be like, hey, I shared that picture. Or if you have a question of the day, like we're coming up to the question of the day, you can share that on Discord and you can be part of the show that way too.
cool.
What were you saying, Hillbilly?
I said, cool.
Cool. All right. And we're going to roll on to
Presented by Discord. We have the question of the day.
So, the question of the day is brought to you by AI Morgan Freeman. He has a very interesting question of the season.
What is one thing or event you want to do or see on Halloween?
So, is one thing or event you want to do or see on Halloween?
Nothing. Because I've done all I've done want to do on Halloween, such as sit on the porch, scare kids as they're coming up to get candy, scare adults.
Scare adults, yeah.
Yep.
What's KJ planning on doing or want to see her do on Halloween?
Oh, those are three separate questions right there. Oh, well, pretty much what I would like to see on Halloween is, I'm always waiting for like somebody that has one of those big families, and they bought from last year's Halloween costume bin. But I would like somebody to have that family with all 5 of their kids dressed up as the Power Rangers come to my door. You always see like one individual Power Ranger. Hey, look, it's the turquoise Ranger. Obviously that one was on sale. But you only see one or two of the Power Rangers come to your door at a time. You don't see the whole group of Power Rangers.
You know what?
Right. That's pretty.
You know what else? I know something I like to see. I like to go to KJ's place and see him, since he's just a head in a jar. Take his head out of the jar and just hollow out a pumpkin, just put his head down in that pumpkin. And then when kids come up to get their candy and stuff, he can talk to them.
Why did you have to say that? Now I have to write that down in my list so I can talk to my artist about things.
Oh man. On the Power Rangers thing, I saw this meme that someone's family all dressed up as witches, and I guess he has a family of a wife and 3 girls. They all dressed as witches, but the father dressed as a can of man witch. Like the man witch sauce.
Right. Oh,
right?
A can of manwich. The sloppy Joe mix.
Right.
Yep.
So all his family dressed up as witches, and he dressed as a can of manwich.
That's funny.
Because he was the only man. Yeah.
That's funny. Great play on words. Great play on words.
Yep.
Right. I thought it was. I had to share that. So, one thing I can't wait for Halloween, and this is more selfish, is getting Child's Play candy mix by Tootsie Roll, where you get the suckers, the Tootsie Rolls, the sour Tootsie Rolls, you get the dots. I love those candies. Well, that's it. I'm that simple. I'm that simple.
Is it appropriate to make a candy out of a? I was just wondering if it's appropriate to make a candy out of a character that that whole goal was to sacrifice a child to become immortal.
Yep.
Right.
Wasn't that the backstory to Chucky? He was going to sacrifice a child to become immortal. So
We're fine.
and he accidentally got caught in the doll, and when he was dying, and he had to use that kid that he told his idea to, or that his true identity to, in order to become into the kid's body. That was the whole storyline of Chucky.
I don't
So
know. I don't know.
yeah, no, that was the storyline. I'm just saying. But selling candy based off of the storyline, that is meta right there. I'm just saying that storyline in
Meta.
particular.
Meta. You know what also is meta?
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
I got you. I got you. That's meta. Oh man. All right. I have to. It's 5 minutes short from the normal time we reach a topic, but we got people complaining we need to get to the topic in chat. So that means Tortoise gets to read this long old monologue, right? What if stores sold proxies for their location, right? Now, what if stores gave away proxies as prizes? Would that be fair? Would it be fair? Because if you're playing with proxies, you win proxies, right? Now it's like this for that thing. Like, would it be fair? If it's fair to win real cards with proxies, it would be fair to win proxies with proxies, right? Now, I spelled fair wrong. Is it fair if you enter an event using proxies and there was prizes being offered? Non-tournament events like Commander FNM usually offer prize support. If proxies are allowed, what if stores sold proxies in their store that are only allowed in those events? So they're not just proxies for anything. They're like saying, hey, if you're going to enter our event, you can only use these proxies. You can't use other proxies because the money going to these proxies are really supporting the prize support. Now, or only allowed in their store. So you got these proxies from the store that's only allowed in their store. They're like, hey, if you want to run proxies, you can't afford the $40 card, but 50-cent donation basically says you get this proxy from our store. You get to run that proxy in the store. We won't condemn proxies, right? Now they could sell a blank piece of card, like as a blank piece of card, and print a proxy of it. But like these store ones will have like store advertisement on it, like say it was for KJ Cowboy Dance collectible card games, and they had a KJ's logo on it, or MTG Hillbillies logo on it because it was MTG Hillbilly store, for that location. It's like a pseudo fee for playing with proxies, but it's only for that store saying, hey, this is tournament legal for this store only. Now, custom art. Like you could have custom art and have it stapled as only proxies allowed at that store's events. They could sell proxies from 50 cents, like $3, based on the monetary value of the real card. And this furthers to help the prize support because people go into these events. Like I know Commander's not sanctioned, but people get prizes and stuff for going. And some of the stuff is the store giving away stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Like Wizard of the Coast, depending on the store, will send stuff to give away for FNM or Commander Night. But the store likes to step up because what Wizard throws out is not always worth the fun time. They'll throw in some product of their own. Why they charge like a $3 fee for prizes. But if you're not using real cards, they charge, instead of just charging you for proxies you use, they use specific store proxies. Like they can sell you a blank card and print the card you want on it with their logo on it so that people know it's a proxy. It can never be a real card. It's not a secret layer. You're allowed to use this at this one location for this event, right? All right. And so because they'll charge per proxy for the monetary value. Maybe it could be 50 cents a card, or it could be $3 a card, or it could be $1 a card, no matter what, all around. This is to help price support. Is that fair? Because proxies break down to legalized cheating in a game. You know, you don't have the real card, they're letting you cheat, you're getting to play. And that's just the basics of breaking it down. Right? And if you can't afford a $40 card, that helps the store. This idea helps the store and lets you play your game because the store loses it out on money when you buy proxies from a company out of the country or from another state, or 3 blocks down, you're paying a friend to print you off cards. This way, you can help the store that helps support you, and you can support the store. Now, your LGS, and they can support you by doing this because they're letting you play with those specific cards in the store, right? And play in the events. Like no one can complain about because they know it's a proxy, it has their logo on it, da-da-da. Now, beyond the debate of proxies, would this mitigate some of the heat from the community for playing proxies all around in a store event? Because, like, that's the monologue, and I added a little flavor to the monologue because I had to break down some of the thought process.
I mean, yeah,
So,
it's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So the thought process is like Hillbilly has a deck, and say he needs an Eldrazi that's $40, and you can't buy it, but he pays the stores like 50 cents. They print him off a card that's playable at that store location only. It's saying he paid into that proxy so he can play the event fairly based on the rules they gauged, right? Mm-hmm. So he gets a store logoed proxy of Emrakul, let's say that. And he has in his deck, and when he's playing the event, people know that card's a fake, and it's allowed in that store only, right? Now, I know this idea I'm having is not like mind-blowing. I know it's not big, and I know it's not huge, but I think this is a way that people would probably feel less salty about using proxies in the store if people are paying, even if it's like 50 cents a card, but they're paying the extra fee to go to the prize support. That's price support and saying, hey, this store is letting me use this proxy because I paid an entry fee for it, basically.
Well, I mean, that's kind of it's kind of a touchy situation there because the card's not real. It is a fake card. It's not made by wizards, but that's still kind of like stealing from wizards because you're stealing their stuff to make the proxy card. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I mean, it might be all right for just in the store only play,
right?
But I'd rather still think the person should at least try to get the card, the original card,
right?
The real card.
All right, well, let's see. Really quick, cameraman says, in all reality, all cards are just tokens of what they represent. They're not the thing, just a representation, making it, even the cards WotC produced still essence proxies themselves. Mm-hmm. Well, WotC produces the card, so the WotC proxy is not a card. But like, here's an idea. Think of this. All right, here's a different way to think about it. Hillbilly is going to an event, and he needs a demonic tutor in his deck. He goes to the store to buy a demonic tutor. The store does not have a demonic tutor, but says, hey, 50 cents. We'll print you off a proxy with our logo, and you can use this for the night, and we'll let you know as soon as we get a real one in, if anybody trades one in. What about that? Saying we'll mitigate your issue playing like this. We understand you have this deck list. This is what you need. We'll let you proxy it in. Like I remember a long time ago. Now I can't say a specific store because I don't even know if the store is still around. This was actually in my extracurricular educational days when I was in Job Corps. They had a couple stores that were running magic events and what they would do if they didn't have a card to sell you at the store, they'd get a sticky note, write the name of the card on it, put it on a card, and slip it in your sleeve and say, just use that. We'll let you use that for the night.
Interesting.
There was a trend a few years back. It was like in trading cards, cardboard stuff, like where people were doing mock-offs, where
Right.
really big back in the day with that I remember when Pogs were a thing. People were making their own Pogs and putting their company logos on it. Personally, I think that in the lines of proxies, while I've been seeing everybody's arguments from every side. What you're putting across is a product, for a store exclusive product that can be used once, and it'd be event exclusive even if you're doing a store tournament. And I can see how that would be a very profitable thing for the store. It wouldn't be something, if they did it right, they changed the art up on the cards, and it states specifically it's event exclusive proxy for this store only. This is not a playable card, and this is not a Magic the Gathering card at the end of the day. Then that would be something that would be purely acceptable in my book for any reason. And also it's a commemorative card that you can put in your little collection of things that it's like, okay, local card shop did this, and it's not many people have it.
Or they could rent the cards out.
So it's like, they can also rent a deck, do a rent a deck feature. But within the lines of proxies, though, with what you're suggesting, I think would be a great idea for just a little commemorative event exclusive card shot exclusive product that has nothing to do with Magic or whatever game you're proxying the card to. Because at the end of the day, it's useless.
Right, exactly. And renting a deck out and stuff, that's iffy, because what if the person never returns with the deck? Are you going to ask them to hold on to their ID while they have your deck?
The deck is proxy. All proxies.
Well, they could do that, but I don't think they'll do that. I think they could do that, but I don't think they would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because in fairness, if they did that, like local game stores rented out proxy decks, then they're really rigging the system in the way where if they were proxying cards like for the night, and you're like, oh, I get to use this card for the night. That's different because you already have your list and it's already creative. Now, what if they built the most busted deck, right? What if they built this deck that's the most busted and you win the tournament with this deck, which is fine? Then there's going to be complaints there. Hence why the proxy card thing is a lot easier.
Yep. That takes you back to what you was talking about there. Them making a proxy. Somebody can need one card to make this busted deck, and they can go there to that store, enter the event, get that proxy that they need to finish that busted deck, to make that deck busted. Then
but then it's not as salty because it ain't or rigged it.
How did they moderate?
Are you going to be salty if someone has better skill than you? Someone plays their deck better than you? You might be salty because someone's better than you game, right? But at the end of the day, you're going to commemorate the person for being a better player.
It's not that. It's just they're not using the right card. They're not using the real card for that tournament.
So the debate you're going after is not about the skill of the game, but if someone wins with the proxy, right? If the store allows that proxy, someone paid for it. It's not like they're paying to win. They're paying to basically borrow a card that's a proxy or use a card that they get to take home at the end of the day. That's usable for that tournament only, right? What if you created this really powerful deck, Hillbilly, and you were 2 cards shy from having the best deck in the world that you've ever built? And you needed proxies, and you can't use your own proxies, right? You can't use your own proxies. You can't get the proxies you bought from Salmonella. I'm just using them because we know he prints off proxies like crazy. Salmonella, you can't use proxies that you bought from China. You can't use proxies that you bought from your friend down the street. These have to be store located proxies, right? You're paying for those proxies in front of people, basically, and they're giving you a one-time permission to use these proxies in your deck, right? And you win the event because you got the playable deck. Or what if it went the other way? You went to the store, You went to go to the event, didn't have the cards you wanted, and they don't use proxies, so you can't play your deck, so you're stuck not playing the game.
True. I mean, there's a good
Right.
side to this and a bad side. I mean, it's it's a tough subject to talk about because you got two different sides on the proxy.
That's
and this
why
is
we try to
just
cover both sides.
this is definitely part aside of the proxies, because we've been a lot of talk about proxies have been going on over the last week in particular, and I'm going to be honest with you, like I can see proxies both helping and hurting the industry.
Right.
It's going to hurt the price value in the long run if it's done, if it's not moderated. Like all right, so Tortoise, you showed us the other day these washable token cards, right?
Right.
And
dry erase
that's
tokens,
okay. These are okay because these don't have directly on it Magic the Gathering's logos. Now, if the proxy card is obviously not a Magic card and it's out there and it's accepted by said gaming group or gaming store as a acceptable usage, then if the store, we're talking about store usage, we're not talking about a tournament that's absolutely has Magic's thumbprint all over it and says, yes, we approve of this tournament. We're talking about store tournaments. I think mom and pop's business should be able to make money on a game that they create. And in a sense, a store tournament will allow their own rules. It's virtually created. You'll come home with the commemorative item from a mom and pop store that will never be used again, and like a friggin' concert ticket. You go. People prize their concert tickets, and who's ever been to the Grantville Music Hall? Not many people, and they still probably have their tickets for whatever they saw there.
Let's see. Oh no. K-Chick says, I'm starting to think we should go back to the talk about Mana Crypt again. Hey, we're having a good conversation here, right?
But I think that's the difference between whether or not it is legalized and sanctioned cheating to if it's just a commemorative item. Then in that case,
it is commemorative.
Right.
What if I had a store, right? What if I had this banger of a store? Let's say I have a big store, which in reality I don't, but in Fantasyland I do, right? Fantasyland I have this big store, and I'm deciding to host a 1 weekend event of Commander Outrage, right? Commander Outrage is what the tournament's called, and what you do is you come to the store and you get to play Commander all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, all the way until Sunday morning. Right? Let's be realistic. No one wants to play 3 days of Commander. But it's a Commander event, right? And say this event is for some large prizes, like $1,000 for the person who wins the most games, like $500 worth of product for wins the second most games, and $75 for the three less from there. Then throughout the night, we're giving away little prizes like deck boxes, sleeves, maybe random cards or some promotional art from Wizards. But at this time we're selling commemorative proxies for this event. And the proxies are for, like, say you need a damnation and the store doesn't have a damnation, but we can sell you a commemorative damnation for this event specific. The picture has like a fun picture, maybe a QR code on it, the store's logo on it, the date of the event on it, and let's say it was dressed up well. Now, people will be able to take that proxy after they paid like 50 cents for it. Maybe we give it away for free, maybe we gave it away for free, saying, hey, we're giving you a proxy to use that is legal for this event only. And they get to go home and put that in their collage poster picture frame, or they get to put it in their memory binder, or like you said, what people do with tickets, they save them for memories. People can do that. Now,
or it can be put in somebody's wallet to be used as a business card after the fact. You know, it's like, hey, go here. This is, you know, this looks like a magic card. No, it's a business card and a magic card. Go enjoy.
Right, or later on, your friend's building a deck and they need that damnation, and you're like, well, I don't have a real damnation to give you, but I can give you this proxy we can use in our games.
Yeah, and then that goes to your home
like
games, and nobody
point.
cares about home games, really.
Yeah.
You know,
right. All right, I think this conversation gets blurred too often because the conversation never specifies the actual difference between proxies and counterfeited cards. I think it all comes down to intent of use. Yes, Backwoods Collector, the intent of use. The intent of use is proxies not being counterfeited, but paying for the proxies to be used as a one-time event for stores. Like Backwoods Collector, say you and your friends went to your local game store for Commander Night. Say you needed an expensive card, like, geez, what's expensive and what's good? Like, say you needed an Edgar Markov for your commander. You built the deck and you need Edgar Markov commander, the red, black, white one. And the store wanted to sell you like a real card, but they proxied off one that had the store logo on it, the date stamp on that, maybe the name of the event in the text box, like the flavor text. And it did what the card did. It had all the cards' rulings on it. And for that event, you got to use Edgar Markov for the price you paid for it for that event. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. For that location, that event only. Because
I think that'd be something fun to do. You know, I'd get those as just commemorative items. I want it already. You know, I mean, and I, as a collector of things, I kind of don't really like the concept of proxy cards because, you know, they get lost in people's collections when they give up their collection, and somebody gets disappointed when half of a card purchase that they purchased is faked. But then at the same time, I like the idea of commemorative cards done by store locations. There are a lot of people who collect mom and pop store memorabilia, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right. So Backwoods Collectors come with a question I think I have an answer to. What if I have a proxy of my own in my deck because I own the card but don't want the expensive card in my deck? All right. So when you go to events, you're not allowed to have proxies in your deck for most of the times. When you go to events that have prize support and everything to it, for the most case, the store is saying for the small price, or we'll provide you this unique proxy that has the store information on it, the date of the event. You can use this at our event only. You know, you're supporting the store. 50 cents, right? Get you the proxy of the card. It's legal for that event. So when people see it, they'll be like, oh, this is a proxy card, but it's legal for this event only.
I wonder how much it costs to print off a sheet of cards.
Well, so for a cardboard A4 size, 75 cents for a full sheet of colored printing. So that's like 3, 6, 9 cards. So 75 cents plus tax.
Because I was just realizing that your analogy for this incredible business idea, by the way, we're Shark Tanking this right now. This is Shark Tank. Your analogy for this incredible idea is to print off on the spot. Now, to me, like, that would be a cost a little bit more. I'd probably be like, okay, I'm going to have these pre-printed of certain ones. People are going to have to say, okay, these are the cards I need, like, a couple of weeks before the event, so that way I can have them pre-printed at a cheaper rate on higher quality card stock and already have them ready rather than printing them off on the spot. I'm just thinking this is a great idea, and I want to be part of this. I am in.
Right.
Isn't that what they say on Shark Tank?
Yeah, Backwoods Collectors nowadays is if they say I can't play with my proxy but can buy theirs, I walk out. But it's specifically for that event. See,
Yeah,
and you're getting something commemorative out of it. So it's not just
Yeah.
like you're buying a proxy. Like you're getting something commemorative out of it, like a card with their business name on it, the event type thing on it. And I'm pretty sure they'd figure it out. So if that's how you feel about it, then
Yeah.
that's how you feel about it. I can't stop that.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. Event exclusive memorabilia. It's its own line of collectible.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, that is a very twisted idea of what Wizards should do. Like, not saying twisted isn't crazy, but like it's twisted, like it's out of the normal thinking process here. And having mythic cards, I don't know. I don't get that fully. And improve price. Yeah, improving price on availability. Well, if they're going to charge more for product, they need to improve their product quality overall. Once you should quit making cards that will ban in less than 24 months.
Yeah, I agree with some of that.
Right. Backwoods. That's what we're saying. The event is exclusive. Right. The event's exclusive. It's not like your every FNM. Right. It's like their event. It's exclusive, and they're having price support, and you buying these proxies for the night to help pay up prize support. Hey kid, I still got some Karn liberated. That's funny. But Hillbilly, Cane Shaker was saying if there are cards you're looking for, if Cane Shaker says if there's cards you're looking for your commander decks, like say you need what's that card? The tutor, demonic tutor or something. Ask him. He might be able to give you a good deal if you're wanting to buy something like that.
Okay.
All right.
I think I got enough demonic. I think I got enough demonic tutors for my decks.
You only have one.
I got one in each deck.
No, you only got one in all your decks. You're thinking diabolic tutor.
Oh yeah.
Diabolic tutor is the 4-mana one. Demonic tutor is the 2-mana one. Oh, it makes a difference. And they're not proxies. I can guarantee you Cane Shaker stuff is real that he sends you.
Oh yeah.
But just don't ask for a Karn liberated. Because he can't tell you. So, Cane Shaker had a playset of real Karn liberated, right? Then his friend gave him a playset of proxies that look just fantastically real. Usually, Cane Shaker put a hole in the proxies. He forgot to do these with the Karn liberated, right?
Ooh.
So now he can't tell which Karn liberated he control are fake and real. And I'm like, well, Cane Shaker, you just send them all to me, and I will just keep them for you. You don't have to worry about it. I'm kidding.
Well, there should be just a little difference. It might be in the colors in the card, maybe on the back side or something. That real fine little detail. Well, the proxy is always a little off from the original.
Right. See, Backwards Collector, that's how I am with most of my proxies. I say most of mine because there's a few proxies I have. I don't have the original too. He's in for proxying cards for cards you actually own. Like in my cube, I don't own the original, but I have proxies like dual lands in my deck because I can't pay for maybe $500 a card. And in one of my decks, I have proxies of dual lands. I want to get the Bant crime lands for it, or crime lands for it, the ones with the subtypes on it for that deck instead, because eventually I want to fill them out, but that's how that is.
Yep. Yeah, when it comes to looking at a proxy and a real product, and there's just a little tad bit difference.
But to kind of sum up the idea, right? The kind of sum up the deal, because we're wrapping up to the end of the episode right here. Mm-hmm. What if your favorite radio station out there, KJ's radio station, my radio station, I'm going to use the radio station X96. They no longer exist, but they were like the alternative rock music station back in the day. Right? What if X96 did a Magic the Gathering event, but your favorite station did the Magic the Gathering event, and they said no proxies are allowed except for ones that you get from there that are event only, right? So they're not going to look like a real Magic card. They're going to be X96 specific. They're going to have the logo. They're going to have information on it. They'll print off the card you need that the proxy for. The money spent on these tokens are not for making billions of dollars. Help prize support. All the money goes back into this prize support. They pay off the paper they use, the print, the ink. They use the money at expense, but everything else out of that goes into the prize support. So it's like buying little tickets, like saying you can win, like how the lottery is in a way where you buy in the lottery and the money you spend in the lottery goes to the big baller event. Well, with these proxies, you buy proxies for your deck. And you can't just buy any proxies. Actually, like you just, and the money going towards it goes to the bigger overall prize. That could be event something like that too.
I like that. I like it.
I like it. I think it's a fun idea, and in the end, you get a cool thing, like. Because the thing is Magic's getting big enough that we're going to start seeing things like that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start seeing things like that. Like you get Magic 30 promos. You get event promos, of cards that already exist, Well, what's to stop my local game store for proxying a card that represents their game store, has their logo on it. It's obviously their card, not a real card, but they're like, hey, you can use this in the store because it's our card. Why not? Why not? I mean, that's a fun idea. But anyways,
I'd play it. I'd play a Tybalt with Tybalt's apprentice picture right on it.
Right.
Right.
Like if I created a proxy card with my logo on it, I wouldn't care if someone played that particular card in a deck.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, sweet, you're using my proxy. Yeah, get a couple KJ Cowboy net. We should do a series of of proxy cards that people can print out. Well, I'll make a series of proxy cards that has everybody on the show.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. That's a cool idea.
Yep.
But right now, I'm going to press this little button right here.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise. Building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon. No one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house. We own this town. Ripping through the
Kill Billy will play boosters in hand. Magic the Gathering is where he stands. Booster stack up like a dream in this world. He's the dream of opening fire emotions on the wire. His hands are his tools for the fight. Flipping cards all through the night. Hopes and dreams in every pack. He won't ever turn his back. Fire in every pack. He opens.
Dad, blood it.
All righty. Got us a pack of Desmond.
Pack of Desmond.
Ooh, that was easy.
Finally, in a pack that wasn't hillbilly proof.
Yep, got a toy. Say its name.
Say its name. Nice one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice.
Split up. It's a good card.
Very good.
I like that card.
Oh, yeah. Haunted screen.
Mm.
Got a room. Go get a room, Tortoise. Greenhouse and a rickety gazebo. Fear of Falling. Smoky Lounge and Misty Salon. Cautious Survivor. Erratic Aspiration. Cracked Skull. There's your head card there, KJ. Fanatic Strength. Acrobatic Cheerleader. Bring the Ghost. And Possible Inferno.
plus Paferno.
Right.
So that's a good
Cracked
pack. Fun pack.
skull. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I hope the show wasn't too bad for you. And the topic was literally put together at the last minute because I was late. So I thought I did pretty good for creating a subject and a topic within 15 minutes of putting the show together.
And you created a great
So-
product idea.
Yeah, it is a great product idea. I think so. Like, I think it's a great idea. Like invent ideas. I mean, I know some bigger companies who are like bigger, more powerful with the monies. They can go through Wizards of the Coast and get exclusives probably for their store of a card that already exists. You know, they can probably do that. It's just a gateway idea, right? Like if you had the money and you planned it out with Wizards, you can probably get legitimate Magic cards printed for your company if it went well. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know how it works, but like in the end, it's all about the fun you have in the game, and you know, people want the prize support. And what's the point? What's the point of prize support if you're not going to play with a real deck? But if you play with not a real deck, like if the deck has proxies in it, right, and you're wanting real cards as prize support, this helps mitigate the saltiness of, hey, you're playing a card that they're allowing you to play in this deck. And the money you spent on it went towards prize support.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's a great idea.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we're going to start rolling off here into the shield section. We're going to start with the man, the myth, the legend, the head in the jar, KJ.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. How's it going over there in Chatland? So, we got a lot coming up this week. On Wednesday, going to be hanging out with the one and only Miss Jessie Hellwheeler at 5 o'clock Central for Procrastinating Across the Ocean. We have a little bit of fun planned and some new things added into our opening credits trailer. Watch for that. Also give us a look at on Friday where I'm hanging out with Investable Collectibles on YouTube and Twitch for Two Heads, One Mic.
Two heads, one mic. Hey. And we're going to roll on to the bearded hillbilly. Hillbilly.
Alrighty. It is Tuesday. So doing something different on my stream on Tuesdays. If you're a subscriber of my channel or a member or whichever, on Tuesday afternoons, on my second stream at 2 o'clock, I will be playing against my viewers. If they want to play a game against me on Arena. And that's today's agenda is to play against the viewers. So if you want to play a game on Arena against me, feel free to send me a challenge at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Sounds good. Go kick Hillbilly's butt in Arena. That's the moral of the story.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Arena.
Super fast tortoise. Say that. Super fast tortoise 7 times fast. All right. Hit that like button, everybody. If you haven't hit that like button, leave a comment in the comments selection below about the idea. Did you like the idea of commemorative card proxies for your special event? You know, used at that location for that store, for that event, like supporting prize support and getting like commemorative cards. You know, people do that all the time with other products. Why not Magic card, right? Like if they could print off cards and like, oh, here's a basic frame for the card. We got the 7 different colors. We got red, white, blue, black, green, colorless, and multicolored, and maybe 7 for the. Because I know the frame for hybrid cards are different. But say they took that idea, put it together, and print off cards you needed for your deck that were proxies, and they go towards the prize support and everything. You know, could help out. Could help a lot. I mean, if someone wanted to produce a prize support and just proxy their whole deck, like they have the cards, but they proxy the whole deck in these commemorative cards, hey, more power to them. Who knows? But anyways, let us know your idea, your thoughts in the comments below. And I want to thank you, everybody, for showing up today. And I want to thank you, my channel members, for making this possible with these last-minute ideas, thoughts, and everything. Oh, yeah, I wanted to thank Captain Waffles. He got me on the rule kicking ideas around for different topics, too. I know the proxy idea is a little different, but this was a different take on the proxy thing because, proxies are one thing, but proxies for story events is another. And so I'm trying to twist ideas in different directions and bring up different subjects in light. So thank you, Captain Waffles, for that idea. Thank you, Hillbilly, for being here. Thank you, KJ, for being here. Everybody in chat, thank you for being here. The cameraman, you rock. K-Picker, you rock. Backwoods, you rock. Everybody in chat, you rock. Pause. You have a great day. All right? And until next time, my friends, play wise, brush your teeth, stay out of trouble.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flares. Super fast quarters. He's running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.